Attention, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, Tabor College invites everyone to join in celebrating this year's senior tennis players. We'll begin here with Mikhail Alexander. He has some words to say about some of the players.
Just say Nathan Correa. Just say who they are. I'm here to represent Nathan Correa, Alexis Torres, and John Paul Fort. Woo! So I'm gonna start off with Nathan. So when I first saw Nathan, he was a big dude. I went out, I'm kind of pushy. I want to test his gangster, but I saw Nathan, I was like, yeah, he's not. I don't want to play with Nathan at all. Nathan was a great player. Unfortunately, he had injuries along the way. Didn't make a lot of events because of those injuries, but I always wanted to play with Nathan, especially in doubles, because he has great hands. He's a lefty. I don't know if you know about tennis much, but lefties are good in tennis for some odd reason. I don't know why. But Nathan was one of those players I wanted to play doubles with all the time. If you need someone to say yes, you're always going to get Nathan to say yes. Nathan never says no to nobody. If I need to go get food at 2 a.m., who do I call? Nathan. He's going to get it. Nathan's very humble, never gets mad. I never seen Nathan mad before. I don't know if you ever got mad before, but I've never seen you mad. But Nathan is a great guy. Even when he dislocated his finger, he didn't even get mad. I don't know how you do that, but yeah. So if you know Nathan's story, he had a rough 4 years in Tabor, but I'm glad that you're finally here. Senior day, about to graduate. Proud of you. Give a round of applause for Nathan. On to the next, Alexis Torres. I remember our first challenge match when you almost whooped me. So you was going crazy that day. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if somebody gave you a blueprint of how to beat me, but you was going crazy on me. I'll never forget that challenge match. And but Alexis has a giant heart. Every practice, Alexis comes and he practice like he practices like it's a match. Like he practices like it's the world coming to an end. Like he goes crazy in practice. And I admire that about him. We needed his energy on the team. He would always come to the calf and talk about practice. Like, bro, today in practice, I hated how coach was feeding. Coach was feeding bad today. Like he really just wanted to practice hard, and I love that about him. He has a giant heart. One thing I must say about Alexis is you never want Alexis to watch your match. He's going to stand next to your match and scream to the top of his lungs whenever you win a point. But you never want to lose a match if Alexis is watching your match, because he's going to come back and say, bro, you sucked. Like, you were horrible. Like, bro, you could have beat that guy. How did you lose to that guy? And he's going to be very straightforward with you, and I love that about him. Like, he was a great teammate to have. He will critique you, but he won't crucify you. Love that about Alexis. He was somebody we needed on our team for sure, for sure. His heart, his energy, he was the glue to our team for sure. And I want to say best of luck to you in the future as well. Alexis is a smart guy, so if there's an accountant teacher here, just know everybody in the class gets the answers from Alexis, because he's smart. For some odd reason, he's just very smart. So best of luck to you, my brother. I loved you as a teammate, love you as a friend. Continue to excel. So this is where I start crying, because it's John Paul Fort, my bestie, my little brother. There's so much to say about JP, man. He's I don't know, he's the king of table tennis for sure. When I came in, he was the first guy that, welcomed me with open arms. Everybody see JP as a sweetheart at this point. Like, I don't think anybody has a problem with JP. If I have a problem with JP, the problem is you. Because I bet the whole KCAC love JP. Even basketball people love JP. It's like JP is just kind, unselfish, likes to think about others before himself. Sometimes I wish he stopped that. Listen, JP lost a lot of games because he was too kind. I can tell you that. Balls be going out. I'll be like, JP, call that out. But, he's just a kind guy. He just warm-hearted, and I love that about him. Love playing, love going to war with JP. JP was always next to me in every match. Like, I played 1, he played 2, I played 2, he played 3. He was always next to me. So, like, I was always encouraging him. He would always encourage me. And it's like, I just love playing with JP, going to war with JP. One of the greatest teammates I've had. One thing I don't like about JP is, and that's a good thing, but every time we packing up to go to leave the courts, JP is still playing his match. Like, he plays 3-setters, long matches, but that's something we always needed from him because I know our opponents hated playing JP because it's going to be a rough day to play JP, and that's what I loved about him for sure. We're going to be in the bus ready to go, oh, JP's still playing. Let's go back. So, like, it was always like that playing with JP. Man, I don't know what I can say. JP is just JP. Everybody knows JP, and yeah. He's our clutch player, most reliable player. Whatever roster spot we put JP on, whether it was 4, 5, 1, 2, we just know that we can lean on JP as a tennis player for sure. So all around, JP is one of the greatest teammates I've ever had for the past 3.5 years. And I wish you best of luck in the future. I'm going to miss you for sure. And I love you, brother. So that's it for me. Yes, thank you.
At this time, please welcome Benita Sitola from Kathmandu, Nepal. Escorting Benita is her husband, Daraj Adhikari. Benita has a double major in social work and psychology. She played 4 singles and number 2 doubles for us this season. Coach Reuter had this to say about Benita. Benita is a small bundle of energy. At first, I thought she was quiet and reserved, but not long after we started practicing, I realized she was one of the more vocal players on the team, and I mean this in a positive way. She has a great sense of humor and a contagious laugh that often lighten the attitude on the practice court. She has been an example of hard work and dedication and has been a pleasure to watch her grow as a player and person during the course of the season. I have no doubt that she will go on to have a very successful career in the field of mental health and will be a great help to many people. Thank you, Benita, for your hard work and contributions to our team. At this time, her teammate Ella Villa will share a few words about her.
Well, Benita was the first person I ever met. I got here with my dad, and my RA was like, hey, there's 2 girls from the tennis team that want to meet you. And I was like, wow. And then she was there, and she goes, I'm Benita, I'm from Nepal. And I was like, okay, nice. And so since then, we became really good friends because, as she says, our cultures are very similar. And during this year and a half that we've been spending together, I've noticed all these things about her and couldn't be more grateful for her friendship. She's very, very, very honest. She will offer you her last bit of Gatorade or food. She likes to help people in any way she can. She has very interesting conversations with everyone in the team, especially Elvis and John. She's the best person to gossip with. And some people might not see this as a good thing, but to me it's amazing and it's really funny. She's unintentionally funny and loud, and she will cheer you louder than anyone during your match. Everyone knows this. Well, Benita, I wish you the best in all the aspects of your life, like full-time wife, coach, and social worker. Bye.
Please welcome John Paul Fort from Lima, Peru. Escorting John Paul are his parents, Melina and Irvin. John Paul, who is better known as JP, is a graduate student working on a sports management MBA. JP played 1 or number 2 singles and 1 or 2 doubles for us this season. Coach Reuter had this to say about John Paul. John Paul used his COVID year to let her in tennis for the 5th time. As our senior captain, he has been our leader and team voice throughout the season. He has a great He has been a great help to me as we have navigated our way through the season. John Paul's been an example of heart, faith, and family. He was the last player I recruited to Tabor College before my retirement in 2019, so it has been a pleasure to be able to coach him for his final season here at Tabor. JP will be a graduate assistant next year, and I know he will do an exceptional job at developing the younger players on our team. After that, I expect JP to be a success in his career in sports management. Thank you, JP, for your hard work, dedication, and leadership throughout the season. Up next, please welcome Stefano Chan from Guayaquil, Ecuador. Escorting Stefano are his Tabor adopted parents, Harold and Darla Lowen. Stefano is a history major at Tabor. He played number 4 singles and number 2 doubles for us this season. Coach Reuter had this to say about Stefano. I met Stefano 3 years ago when he was gracious enough to hit with an old retired tennis coach. And we had shared a special relationship from that very first time on the court. This has been a tough year for Stefano as he has battled through numerous injuries to stay on the court. I am proud of how he battled through the tough times and played through pain to help our team move forward throughout the year. Even though it's been a difficult year, he has been a supportive teammate, always willing to do whatever it took to help the team. It is this drive and resilience that will take him far in his career. Thank you, Stefano, for all you have done for Tabor College and our tennis family. At this time, John Paul will share a few words about him.
Today, it is my honor and privilege to celebrate the great Stefano Raul Moriano Chan, also known as, hey, did you know I have 1 ATP point? Or, oh, my knee hurts. Or finally, El Loco Raul, or a Crazy Raul. I never heard of El Loco Raul until this semester. Over 3 years of friendship and first time hearing it. For me, it's very surprising to think he's called Crazy Raul because he's always an impeccable figure on the tennis court. They compare him to Roger Federer. He never screams, he never throws his rackets, but most importantly, he always respects his opponents. Right? Yeah. When he has something to say, he always says it in he never uses Spanish. He always uses English so his opponent can understand what he's saying. Right? Yeah? And he respects his opponent so much that one day he called the ball out and his opponent was like, hey, you should get glasses. And Stefano the next day got a pair of glasses. So that's how much he respects his opponents. I admire Stefano for many things. True friendship, loyalty, perseverance, and even through the hardest moments this sport provides the players, he respects and loves the game of tennis. And I really admire that about him. Stefano, thank you for all the memories and for showing me what true friendship really means. Finally, I want to clarify, I was joking when I said he's nice to his opponents. I never recommend playing a match against Stefano, because if you do, you'll find out why they call him Crazy Stefano. Thank you.
Up next, please welcome Alexis Torres from Jacksonville, Texas. Escorting Alexis is his mentor, Dino Diaz. Alexis is graduating with an accounting degree from Tabor College. He played number 3 doubles and at times filled in at number 6 singles for us this season. Coach Reuter had this to say about Alexis. Alexis has been a pleasure to coach. He has a can-do attitude and is always willing to do whatever is asked of him. Alexis appears to be quiet and reserved, but his deadpan sense of humor often comes up in some crazy answers to what I thought were rhetorical questions. I soon learned to look his way every time, waiting to see what he would say. His comments always brought a positive, lighthearted humor in every situation. I could always count on Alexis to give his very best every time he stepped on the court. And I enjoyed the conversations we had as he sat in the passenger seat on many of our road trips. Alexis, thank you for all you have done for Tabor College and our tennis family. Last but not least, please welcome Nate Correa from Mesquite, Texas. Nate is graduating with a history degree from Tabor College. Nate played his number 3 doubles for us this season. Coach Reuter had this to say about Nate. Nate had some of the best hands at the net that I have ever seen. Some of his volleys he hit were unbelievable, and maybe questioned what my eyes had seen. Some of the volleys, however, one of the best contributions Nate made to our team was his ability to help teammates to stay calm and play their best matches. He has a great understanding of the game of tennis, and I often told him I thought he would make a great tennis coach, but his goal is to get into politics. And with his personality, I believe he will be highly successful. Nate, I will be watching the ballots for your name, as I expect you to have an exceptional future. Thank you for all you have done for Tabor College and our tennis family. Once again, thank you, athletes, for your many hours of hard work and determination while conditioning, practicing, and playing for Tabor College. And thank you to the parents for your support over the years.